And Don Dahler joins us now with more. Don, thanks for being here.
Sure.
After sitting down with the CEO, do you think that he is going to bow to public pressure and change the price of this drug?
No. He is adamant that this is necessary to develop an alternative drug treating this disease, toxoplasmosis. He says he needs the profits to turn back into the company and develop this. And he also says strongly that he thinks that the drug was underpriced for a long time. It was in a group of drugs that his company bought. And he said that they were losing money on that one drug, and he raised it to what he thinks is a reasonable level.
The CEO here, Martin Shkreli, has become one of the most hated men on Twitter anyways. I mean, Twitter is unbelievable. What do we know about this guy? Where did he come from?
Yeah, it's interesting. He's 32 years old, very young. He ran a hedge fund that was very successful, made millions and millions. He was CEO of another drug company up until last year. That was Retrofin. The board of directors of Retrofin kicked him out after allegations of financial improprieties, and also they didn't appreciate his somewhat bombastic Twitter presence that they didn't think reflected well on that company. Interestingly, that company also, like many other companies, has been raising the price of prescription drugs.
Yeah. What about this particular drug? Is there any kind of alternative option available for patients, or are really they the only game in town?
They're the only game in town. There are other treatments, but they're not as efficient and not as effective as this particular one. Now, pharmaceutical companies will say, look, we spend billions of dollars developing drugs, most of which never make it to market. They never pass the FDA approval process, and so they lose money on a lot, and that's why certain drugs are expensive. But this company, Turing, did not spend one dime developing this drug. They bought it as is and then jacked up the price immediately.
All right. Don Dahler, great to see you in person.
Sure, good to see
Thank you.
Sure.